What's going on, guys? We're gonna talk about Bitcoin here today. We looking at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin sitting at about 65,000 right now, and yeah, let's take a look at the charts and see what's going on. Right now, as you can see, Bitcoin is really fighting right here. It's really fighting. You can tell. Look at the trend here. It's going down a little bit, but like I say, it's all the way down to 68,000. I mean 65,000. So as you can see, it's up 0.5%. So I mean, hey, it's still money to be made. As you can see right here, look at this big volume right here. You can see where they bought in at right here. And I'm pretty sure they sold right there. And that could be some whale activity. That's definitely whale activity. Buying right here, selling right there. So, yeah, there's a lot of news on Bitcoin as far as the whales goes and everything. So let's see what they got going on Cointelegraph. It says right now Bitcoin is consolidating in an uptrend, indicating a tussle between the bulls and the bears. As you can see, we just seen it was a tussle between the bulls and the bears. The bears hold the edge in the near term as the 14th week of the year has historically seen Bitcoin prices fall by an average of 8%. According to CoinGlass data, during Bitcoin's range-bound action, traders are likely to focus on the performance of the spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, which have been the primary driver of the price. A comparison may be made with March, which saw a sharp uptick in trading value. According to the data from Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric, I don't know how to say that last name, but we'll just say Eric, spot Bitcoin ETF volume surged from 42 billion in February to 111 billion in March. So as you can see right here, they got the little graph right here. You can see BTC, up 1%. You can see ETH up 2%, and that's on that's on the day. So that's active right there. So that's up today. So ETH really doing his thing. Solana, look, they got Solana right there underneath. So right underneath ETH. But yeah. So however, the uncertainty increases as Bitcoin having approaches. Independent analyst Red Capital believes the pullback is part of the pre-halving retrace that resulted in a 38% drop in 2016 and 20% in 2020. What are the important levels to watch out for in Bitcoin and altcoins? Let's analyze the charts and let's analyze the charts of the top 10 cryptocurrencies to find out. Bitcoin price analysis. The repeated failure of the bulls to propel the price above 71,000 may have tempted the short-term traders to throw in their towel. That sent the price tumbling below the 20-day exceptional moving average. So that makes sense right there. So the price went all the way up to 71,000 in the short term. The short term people like, hey, listen, we ain't gonna worry about it no more. We're gonna throw this towel in. You know what I mean? So as you look at the 20-day EMA has flattened the relative strength index is near the midpoint, indicating a balance between supply and demand. It's going crazy right now. It's going Bitcoin, like I said, the whales are involved. Like I said, I don't think it'll be at 65,000 much long. Like I said, in a previous video, maybe, a video I made yesterday, maybe like I say maybe it'll get up to it'll get back to its all-time high. This is just gonna last maybe a day or two. But as you can see right now, it's falling. But you can see the fight right there. You can see the fight in that price right there. Then it's this one I was looking at, a minute ago. It say, must Bitcoin drop ideas of it decentralized to achieve the mass adoption? They basically saying, can crypto scale and still retain its commitment to individuals holding their own keys? Increasingly, it seems like the answer is no, as blockchain security firm CertiK point out in a recent report, nearly half of the 503 million lost in crypto security breaches this past quarter involved private key compromises. This features part of CoinDesk's Future of Bitcoin package and excerpted from the Node Letter, a daily roundup of the most pivotal crypto news on CoinDesk and beyond. So they basically saying, can it hold up without the can it get more adoption if it just goes centralized instead of decentralized? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the news here. It's going crazy. Right here, 2 hours ago, Bitcoin at crossroads ahead of halving with BTC fall to 53,000. Ooh wee, 53,000. That's gonna be a lot of buying activity. It's gonna be some buying going on. That's gonna be crazy. So Bitcoin prices are volatile, recently dropping from the peak over 73,000 in March to the current spot level. Analysts are turning to historical data for insights with mounting selling pressure. And some investors being concerned about potential short-term losses. So this is crazy, man. I mean, what would you do if Bitcoin falls to 53,000? What would you do? What would you do? You gonna sell, or you gonna stay, or you gonna buy more, or you gonna load the bags? I don't know. I'm looking at it like 53,000. That's cheap. That's cheap. It's getting down there, and it's cheap for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It ain't cheap. Everybody ain't got 50,000 to drop on there like that. So, hey, you know what's going on. So let's see what's going on. Like Bitcoin get a vote of confidence from Kathy Wood here. Why? Everybody know Kathy Wood. She's involved with ARK Invest. So the world's biggest crypto asset, Bitcoin, printed on a red index on the 7-day metrics, increasing in selling pressure as digital assets market registered a slight decline over the past 3 days. It's been declining, that's for sure. It's definitely been declining. In an interview with CNBC, Kathy Wood, CEO of ARK Invest, stated that there are other currencies devaluations that people are not talking about. This comment came over Bitcoin ongoing bullish performance. Woods also said she thinks this is a flight to safety, and she emphasized, believe it or not, taking place. ARK Invest CEO highlighted that Bitcoin is a hedge against currency devaluation, as it has a role to play in preserving purchase power and wealth. So Kathy's bullish on her. She's definitely bullish on her. You know what I mean? So if you're looking at it, you're looking at the news, do your research on Bitcoin, find out what's going on and what you want to do with Bitcoin. You know what I mean? What I'm gonna do, I'm definitely gonna look into the Bitcoin thing. If it gets to 53,000, that'll be crazy. That'll be crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, that's something to think about right there. So let's look at the indicators here. Let's see what's going on. Look at the technical. So on a month they still got it as a buy though. They got it at a buy on a month. And then you still got ETH. Let's see ETH over here. Yeah, so I mean, if you look at it overall, I think Bitcoin gonna do something. I seen an article yesterday, where Bitcoin, where Tether bought a bunch of Bitcoin too. It was like 8,800. I talked about that in another video as well. Yeah, right now as you can see, it's fighting for its life. So if you want to look at the daily chart, let's look at the daily chart. It still hadn't hit that support line on the daily chart, but I mean, it's not far from that, but worst case scenario, if it hit that support line, we finna go down. We going down. It's gonna go down. If it hit that support line, then you got this line, then that line, But this one right here, you really just, that's the one, So that's the warning right there, So yeah, that's what's going on. As you can see, I got my indicator set way up here at 75,000, 76,000. Just holding in. But yeah, that's an update on Bitcoin. And like, share, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay in tune on the TikTok, YouTube. Follow me everywhere, and I'm out just like yesterday.